Good morning, everybody. Happy May 31st, last day of May. Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. I have a few quick announcements and then I'll pass it along to the people that really know stuff. First thing, I just want to announce that Widow's Walk had its ribbon cutting and grand opening on Thursday. It went great. The restaurant is open there, had a full crowd on the Thursday and Friday night, and it looks spectacular. So go down and give it a try. And the whole clubhouse in general looks great. So thanks to the golf committee, thanks to Ian Kelly, thanks to Mick and Arlene, who are running the restaurant, and everybody else that was involved in it, Bob Sanderson, and everyone at Town Hall. Thank you all very much. Want to bring up one other thing. We had great weather this weekend, and the beaches were packed. And please be aware that there are no lifeguards on right now, and lifeguards will not be coming on till right around the 4th of July, I think a little bit before that. So just a note for that. Another big opening we had this week was the Irish Heritage Trail. So that was an event. I heard it went spectacular. Select Board Canfield was there and said, said the event was well attended. And the last thing that I want to mention before I pass along is Memorial Day. Had a great Memorial Day celebration yesterday. It was on the Common, had a parade up from Town Hall, and I want to thank the Veterans Advisory Committee and Don Knapp, who put the whole event together. Of course, all the military personnel, VFW, all the different posts involved there, as well as all the bands that played from the high school and the middle school, and the DPW department for getting all the grounds looking spectacular. It was a great event. And thank you for attending, all those that did. At this point, I'll pass it along to Bill Burkhead. Hey, Bill.
Hey there, Mr. Vignani. Thank you very much, and welcome and good morning, everybody. I do want to say I've been not available the last few weeks, so I want to thank everyone's patience in receiving the COVID numbers. We do send them out every Friday, whether I'm here or not. So, but I would like to do is just go back over the last 3 weeks. To show the trends, and the good news is there's a decline in school COVID cases. On May 13th, for example, we had 106 cases, one of our highest in recent memory. Then on May 20th, a week later, we were down almost in half to 64, and then this past week we had 43. So the breakdown this last week for the 43 was 0 district employees, 2 cases at Cushing, 7 cases at Gates, 2 at Hadley, 15 at Jenkins, 7 at the high school, and 10 at Wampatuck. So fairly spread out throughout the schools. Big week for our seniors and their families and our whole entire community. It's graduation week. What better week in schools? Festivities have been going on for the seniors and well deserved. And it's really nice to have them able to have back all of the traditions and celebrations that go along with graduation. So that's this Friday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. This will be live streamed on Facebook on the Scituate Community TV page, excuse me, and Scituate Community TV. And thanks to our friend Seth and his team for all the work they do. They record the graduation as well. If you can't make it or you want to watch it again, it'll be recorded and put up on YouTube after graduation as well. Last week, as kicking off the week-long celebration for our seniors, June 3rd, wonderful tradition here in Scituate that we are very proud of. The seniors go back and visit their elementary schools. And it's not just go by and say hi, it's a coordinated, planned event to celebrate the seniors, their teachers, and our future students to get excited about being graduates of Scituate High School. So, for example, one example is the teachers lined the hallways up as the graduates came by. And then following that welcome parade, the seniors were broken up in pairs and they would go to each classroom and they would talk for about 10 minutes each to the students about themselves, their plans, their journey through the Scituate Public Schools, and then question and answer from our younger students, which is a really nice way to pass the torch and to share the successes of our graduates. And the final hour was spent just having the seniors go by and talk to their former teachers and administrators and just paraprofessionals, cafeteria custodians, the whole work. So really great day on Friday as part of that celebration. So I want to thank everybody that made that happen. Also want to give you a little bit of senior data here. An amazing 91% of our graduating seniors will be going on to 4-year institutions. That's extremely impressive. And that being said, we've had other students that are going on into the workforce, military, or in vocational training. So everybody's doing something. So really proud of this class. Under all of the stress and trauma of COVID, they've succeeded, they've done it. And we look forward to really celebrating as a community on Friday evening. And now passing the tradition down to our fifth graders. We have an annual step up day to Gates, another great tradition where our fifth graders go up and visit the middle school to get excited about that, meet their future teachers and classmates. Fifth grade joined other classes. The students first gathered in the CPA where they would listen to a concert performed by our sixth grade chorus and band, which was impressive. And then they listened to the presentation by the Gates staff. And then the fifth graders also had the opportunity to ask questions from a panel of sixth graders. So really cool connections between teachers, but also student to student to ask those questions so that it's not so overwhelming when they come into the school next fall. Then the students were able to experience lunch with the students at Gates, and then a tour before leaving back to their school. So pretty impressive day and a great way to, again, build those connections and bonds. So exciting week. Looking forward to graduation. Hope folks can make it or at least participate on the live stream, and have a great week, everybody. And finally, sorry, a belated happy Memorial Day, and a thank you, a really sincere thank you to our courageous men and women who have fought in the past and in the current to maintain and keep our wonderful freedom. I thank you, and happy Memorial Day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Well said. At this point, I'll turn it over to our town administrator, Jim Boudreau.
Last day of May, so we'll do the update for the last day of May. Next time I'll talk to everybody, we'll be into June and hopefully some better and nicer summer weather like we had the past weekend. First, I want to apologize to everybody that I missed Memorial Day festivities yesterday. I am currently quarantining, working from home. I tested positive for COVID over the weekend. Finally caught up with me, so that's why the video might not be as good because I don't have the same lighting in my house, but we'll do the best we can and keep up with everybody. The total number of cases last week for our Maven data was 46. That's a big jump from our 17, but the data from the previous week was incomplete. The total number of cases reported to the Board of Health was 104, which is up from 93 from last week, but it's a much smaller jump than what we reported from the week before. Our positivity rating over the last 14 days, is 9.54, up from 8.8. Plymouth County is at 8.7, up from 7.98. The statewide positivity rating for the last 7 days was 8.34, which is actually down slightly from last week's 9.59. Statewide, there are 79 individuals in the ICU, up slightly from 75 of last week. 29 patients are intubated, and again, that's up slightly from 25 of last week. So the increases that we saw last week, the big jumps, those seem to have slowed down, and the state percentage actually declined week to week, so that's a good sign. Additionally, the latest numbers from the MWRA show that the COVID detected in wastewater for the Boston area is declining, which is a good sign. So right now the numbers seem to be kind of in flux, but hopefully these numbers are all pointing towards a lessening of the current COVID spike that we are seeing. As we've been telling people, there is no statewide mask mandates, although there are some communities putting mask mandates in place for public buildings and schools. So if you're traveling somewhere, just check before you go. There might be time just put that mask back in your car to make sure you're covered if you end up someplace where there is a mask mandate. We'll continue to tell you COVID's still here. If you haven't been vaccinated, please do so. If you haven't been boosted, get your booster. If you're eligible for a second booster, please get your second booster. I am vaccinated and boosted, so I can tell you with my symptoms, although a pain, were not debilitating. So the vaccine works, keeps people from getting ill, seriously ill. So please make sure you go out and get vaccinated. On the waterfront, as people aware, we haven't had a lot of rain. So the reservoir was even yesterday, down from 1.25 inches the previous week. Tech Factory was a +1 inch, down from 1.25 the previous week. Average daily demand jumped up to 1,629,000,000 gallons per day. That's up from 1.2 million gallons in the last week. So we're starting to see the increase in those summer usage numbers. Please do your part to conserve water as we enter the heavy water use season. Manganese at the water treatment plant is 0.224, which is high enough to cause discolored water when it goes through the plant. As the temperature rises, we will see increases in those manganese levels in the reservoir and possibly increases in issues of brown water. Rainfall over the last 7 days was 0.2 inches as measured at the treatment plant. Selco, the water contract, will be in service, installing services on Sassaman Road and Lantern Lane this week. The water department tonight will be doing flushing in several neighborhoods starting at 8 p.m. Those include Old Forge Road, First Parish Road between Chief Justice Cushing Highway and Beaver Dam, Lawson Road, Lawson Terrace, the Scituate High School, Aberdeen Drive, and Arbor Way. This is part of the ongoing maintenance of our water system. The flushing may cause brown water in those areas and areas surrounding them. So please check your water in the morning to see if you need to flush your lines before using the water. We'll continue doing that as water availability allows, and we will let people know when we're going to be out in their areas. A reminder that as of 5/1, the state required water restrictions for the town of Scituate are in place. These restrictions, again, are state issue. They're not based on our particular water use at this time. All outdoor watering must occur before 9 a.m. and after 5 p.m. Automatic irrigation systems can only be used 1 day per week, as designated by the Scituate Water Division, according to precinct. And you can get that information at the Scituate Water Department page, situatema.gov/water-division. And all the information on the current water ban is on there. With those water updates, we'll remind everybody also that car washes are in season. You do need a permit from the water department prior to having a car wash. Please contact them at 781-545-8735. They will let you know if car washes are allowed, and if so, they can give you a permit. Finally, just let people know, we did finally open the concessions at Widows Walk this past Thursday night. It opened to rave reviews. The Drift Inn is now open. They're serving lunch and dinner, and eventually they will expand that to breakfast. You do not have to play golf to go in there. It was packed on Thursday night. I heard it was put full on Friday, so you might want to give yourself a little time, but it is absolutely fantastic. The view is great. The food, people said, was fantastic. So if you get a chance, please check out our newest restaurant concession at the Widows Walk Golf Course, the Drift Inn. And again, you don't have to play golf to be there. That's what we have for this week. So we'll see you next week at the start of the month of June.
Thank you, Jim. And lastly, I'll just say everyone have an awesome week. It looks like summer's on the way. And Bill, have a great graduation.